Thanks for being with us on Talk Pittsburgh. It's the first Tuesday of the new year.
It is.
And you know, I typically am a Tuesday hater.
You are a big Tuesday hater, like big time.
Not my favorite day of the week, but not today, because we are talking about ways to save money in the new year. I am ready to save my twos and my 20s.
Oh, I love that. So me too. Me too, for sure. We're also checking in with the Pitt. The medical drama won another award. It is so good. Wait till you hear what the cast recently had to do, and we think it will have you ready to talk. But first, we start with our today's Berg Eye View.
Now it's time to change Pittsburgh's culture, both how we feel about ourselves and how the world sees us.
But there's a lot of energy. Corey's young, and he's going to need all that energy.
I think he's a chip off the old block, and I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what he's going to do, what he's going to bring.
And again, thank you for your love of our city. That's the most important thing. We are proud to be Pittsburghers.
17 years of wear and tear means about $300 million worth of needed work along the Parkway East starting Monday. Drivers should prepare for overnight closures between the Edgewood, Swissvale, and Churchill interchanges weeknights from 9 at night till 5 in the morning.
It's hard to really describe the roller coaster, what it was like emotionally during last night's game, but with fans' help tonight, we're going to try.
I am not a big football fan, and that game, like, I love football now. I love the Steelers now. It was the most, like, invigorating football game I've ever seen.
And you get people that love football, people that love the life, as opposed to the lifestyle, and you train them. And that's what we try to do.
And this is a early tailgate party for the Monday night game. So we will be ready for the Texans next week.
I love that our new mayor even weighed in on the game during his celebration last night. So cool. But of course, the win isn't the only thing the fans are talking about. There was a moment before the game even started on Sunday that's getting a lot of attention. Heather, what happened?
Okay, so Mikey, we knew the importance of this game. It was win or pack up for the season. So when Boswell missed that point and Tyler Loop got in position, all of Steelers Nation held their breath.
Kick that our kicker hit, you saw it was a curveball. The other guy hit it straight.
And what happened?
And it missed by you know.
The hand of God.
Yeah, but I believe that, yeah.
And while a blessing takes place every game, all eyes are on Father Max from St. Vincent College. A priest of St. Vincent blesses both end zones before every game, a prayer to protect the players. But it's not usually Father Max who's out there from St. Vincent College. Ross Glodati reported he was the backup and got called up from the bench ahead of the wild card game, of course, against the Texans. Here at home Monday night, there's a big question. Take a listen.
Do you put in your starter or the backup after a good blessing?
Yeah, put the backup in.
Got to put the backup in.
You have to, yes.
Mikey, I'm going to join you here to talk about this a little bit more. So this is actually getting national attention now, spreading all over social media. For those who don't know, the blessing is a routine. They're losing their minds. They're like, of course, only in Pittsburgh.
Only in Pittsburgh.
Happen.
I had no idea this was a thing.
But it does. It does happen. And of course, St. Vincent College, there's such a close connection because of training camp and that sort of thing. For those that do know that this takes place during every home Steelers game, superstition and luck are now taking over. There's a real question about whether Father Max should be the guy. Maybe he has an in with the guy upstairs. Maybe he's what we need to pull out another crazy win next week, again, at home on Monday.
I think he should be blessing everything at this point because it's clear that it worked. What's the likelihood?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of it, too, is like, do you believe in superstition? I know a lot of athletes in particular have their superstitions.
They do. Like, they'll wear this, they have to wear the same jersey, the same boxers.
Shave,
yes,
they won't,
all of that.
I don't know if I ever told you this. The last time, now I think this is good luck. The last time the Pens won the Stanley Cup, that season in May, in the postseason, I was in their locker room up in Wexford. I stepped on the logo. One of the superstitions is that no one should walk on the logo in the locker room, right? And I walked right across it. And they won that year.
Did they say something to you when you walked across it, or was it just...
I think there was a lot of like, oh, stop her!
Well, you know what? I think this shows that maybe things should change. Maybe they should invite you back. every single time.
I will walk all over that thing for you. Just give me a call.
I love that.
I'm there.
All right, so we have some good news. Our producer, Brittany, I mean, she kept this on the low. I just can't believe that she didn't say anything about this, but her and her partner, Prentice, they got engaged over the holidays. He proposed at home. He had candles and a poem, and they've been together 9 years. So I would say that they pretty much know each other at this point. Right?
I would say, yeah. We're so lucky to have Brittany as part of our team. She's been an amazing addition, and we're so happy for her and Prentice, who is an amazing guy. We've gotten the chance to get to know him.
Really is so much fun. But the ring is beautiful, and congratulations, Brittany. You deserve it.
So when Frankie and I got engaged, my immediate question was, well, when are we getting married?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you ask that question?
And he was like, whoa, let's bump. This just happened.
Right.
And I'm like, this is what happens.
But that's how women do. We automatically go into planning mode.
Well, you just proposed to me, hence wedding.
Yes.
Let's do it. And so lucky for us, and for Brittany too, who's paying close attention, we wanted to bring in Alexis Allen because she is the best. She's a local event and wedding planner, but she does huge events, luxury events, and we're so lucky to have you here in our
Hi,
city.
ladies. Thank you for being here. I follow you. No, I should say I stalk you on social media just to see all of the beautiful weddings. Yes, either way. You just do some wonderful weddings.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I have a lot of fun.
So we wanted to talk to you about some of the trends that are coming up this year for 2026. We know that a lot of people are planning their weddings right now, and so we wanted to find out a little bit about what we should be looking at.
Yeah, well, so that question's a little bit tricky because I'm like the anti-trend person.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm a little anti-trend. However, I will say some things that I'm so excited about for 2026. Vibrant color is in. And if you follow me, if you're on my page, you'll know that I've been waiting for this day because I love color. But we are seeing less of the neutrals, less of the champagnes and the ivories. Not that we can't have that, but we're seeing a lot more of the citrusy colors. We're seeing lots of bold hues. So
is
I'm
this for
excited
the
about that.
actual wedding dress or the wedding party, or just in terms of the flowers?
I mean, I will love to see a colorful wedding dress. I will not be opposed. If I have any clients say that, I will not say no.
Yes.
But we're definitely seeing that in the florals and some of the other decor. So
I know there's a lot of lists right now that are this is in, this is out. And what I'm hoping is out for this year for weddings, specifically for the couple, is this keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing.
Yes.
With like everything is for Instagram, everything is for social media.
I'm with you.
And trying to lean into these big things strictly because you want the wow on social media.
Yes. I think we're in a world that everyone's just so consumed on the number of likes and what's driving you to their page, even in my industry specifically. And what I want my clients to say, does this resonate with you? So that's always a question that I'm asking my couples is that, why are you selecting this? Are you selecting it because it's in, or are you gonna look at these photos, or are you gonna look at these memories 20, 30 years from now and say like, that felt like us still, or that was important to us, not because it was hot in 2026.
Yes,
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Is the garter belt out? Like, are people still doing that? Like, it's just, it's kind of cringe. It makes me.
I hope so. Sorry. But I have not seen a garter belt in some time, and I'm okay with that.
I think
I'm okay with that.
We're all okay with it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. And we're going to talk with you a little bit later on coming up, because I think that one of the big things is how much money we spend on florals. And so we're going to talk about, making sure that you have the best flower for you at the right price. So looking forward to that conversation.
Thank you.
Thanks. And still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, think sorbet is just fruit. Wait until you see what's being whipped up in our kitchen. One of Lawrenceville's newest restaurants, Spirit Pizzeria, is here with a taste of their new menu.
And it's Cookie Day. Local Girl Scouts start knocking on doors today, and there's a brand new cookie to try. That's what we're doing next.
There are some days you look forward to all year. Your birthday, Halloween, the oh-so-sweet start of Girl Scout cookie season, which officially kicks off today. It's one of my favorite. And apparently for you too, because every year about 200 million boxes of Girl Scout cookies are sold nationwide. I don't know the percentage of how many of those make up my sales, But I know Thin Mints are on my list every year. So before I start ordering my entire yearly supply, I'm going to toss it over to Mikey. I know one cookie is out, but we got a new one coming in.
Yeah, well, good call. Cookie season is about more than just treats. It's about confidence, leadership, and real-life skills. And today we're joined by Lisa Shade of Girl Scouts of Western Pennsylvania, and Annie, she's a Girl Scout and will be selling cookies this year. So welcome to the both of you. Annie, let's start with you and talk about how selling Girl Scout cookies really helps your troop.
It helps our troop by giving us like cookie points, which gives us our troop like money, and we like to go on trips that helps us like give us like skills.
Yeah.
And it's really fun, yeah.
Oh, that is fun. So going on trips sounds like a lot of fun. and I'm curious about like maybe some of the skills you learn when you have to sell these cookies. I mean, I'm sure sales, but what are some of the other things that you're learning in this whole process?
It helps us, it like teaches us to be responsible with money and better with business skills.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's good. That's something really cool to learn at such a young age. And Lisa, Girl Scout cookies, they start today. This is a big, big day.
Oh, this is the kickoff.
Yeah, so what cookies that we bring here today, are these some of the top selling cookies?
Well, these are all of our cookies available for this sale except for Toffee-tastic. We don't have that in the lineup today. But that one not only is one of Annie's favorites, but it's also our gluten-free cookie. So if that is something that you look for, Toffee-tastic are available for sale. We just don't have them here today.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. And so talk about, I know Annie, she touched on it a little bit, but talk about some of the skills that selling cookies helps build for these young people.
Absolutely. This is an entrepreneurial program, so girls are learning those real-world business skills. They're working with the general public. They're setting goals. They're deciding as a group on how they're going to spend their proceeds. So Annie was telling me that they are going on a horseback riding trip at camp. So that is her goal, to help sell cookies, to help her troop, and to make those experiences in Girl Scouts just more accessible for families, because all of this is the fuel that helps keep those experiences affordable and accessible for Girl Scouts.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad that you brought that up, horseback riding, because I was taking a look at her vest, and she has all of these cool, you want to turn around for us? Annie, all of these cool patches, is that what you would call them? Patches on the back of her vest. And as it seems, she's gone fishing. Do I see a horse? Oh, horseback, Camp Sky Meadow. So these are cool. So Annie, these are all things that you have participated in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me about some of them.
So one says Annie, that's our troop went to see Annie at the Benedum.
Oh, fun.
Because like they host like Girl Scout days for some of their musicals, so we went and they gave us a badge.
Oh, that's so cool. So you said on the back are all of your fun badges, and then when you turn around to the front here, you said these are all of the really important ones.
Yeah.
Tell me about those.
So like this is our pattern. It's like we like voted and we picked that one. And then that's our troop number. These are really important. These are like you get one for each year you've done Girl Scouts. And then these, I think I got that one from doing some stuff in a hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So you're getting all sorts of really cool experiences, and I'm sure this is helping to build leadership skills in so many young girls and boys.
Absolutely. This is the opportunity for girls and Girl Scouts to not only learn skills, but there's a lot of career exploration in these badges on the front. So Annie and her troop did a lot of activities at a local hospital, and not only do they learn about really cool things about science, but they also get to see those behind the scenes of what those careers are really about.
Oh, wow.
So they're having fun with their friends, they're learning skills, but they're also seeing what is possible for their own futures, which is really exciting too. And these experiences, a lot of them, even the cookie program, are very unique to Girl Scouts. They just can't get these experiences anywhere else.
Right, and this is girls, no boys allowed, right? That's what, no boys allowed. And then we have a brand new Girl Scout cookie. What is it?
So they're Explore Mores.
Ooh, and so you brought the box. Do we have some to try maybe?
Oh, yes, we do.
And so tell me about the cookie.
So it's a sandwich cookie, and it's a Rocky Road based cookie with almond paste.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try one of those. It kind of looks like a little Oreo, but
they're Rocky Road inspired, so they have a little almond flavor in there. And if you're a chocolate lover, I really think that these cookies will definitely be craveable.
Okay, yeah, I could see going through a whole sleeve of those really quickly. Well, thank you both. This is wonderful, and keep up the good work. Yeah. Good luck with your cookie sales. I think you'll do really well.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for having us.
Sure. If you would like to purchase a box or 2 or 10 of Girl Scout cookies, we'll have that information for you on our website. Well, coming up on Talk Pittsburgh, sometimes when the going gets tough, the tough throw in the towel. What's the most challenging thing you've ever tried, and how long did you last before waving the white flag? Your answers are coming up in the 3 o'clock drop. That's next.
It's another win for The Pit. The medical TV series just picked up the Critics' Choice Award for the best drama over the weekend. The show has earned rave reviews for how realistic it is, and there's good reason for that.
It really is. The cast went through an intense boot camp before filming, even began learning how to move and think like a doctor. And actor Noah Wiley says he's not sure if previous co-stars would have been up to this challenge.
If this had been the ER cast and we'd asked them to do 3 weeks of boot camp, you would have gotten 6 class clowns screwing around, not listening, you know, playing with the gloves, making them into balloons, doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Which sounds like fun, but not the true boot camp, right? Every challenge has a starting line, but not everyone makes it to the finish line.
And for today's 3 o'clock drop, we want to know, what's the toughest thing you've ever tried, and how long did you last before calling it quits? Kiki B. Jones from Whammo joins us to weigh in. So what is the thing that you thought of? What was the first thing that you just...
First thing I thought of was TikTok challenges. Like, I don't know, but I mean, I went to EMT school. I'm a certified EMT.
I love that.
And that is really difficult because someone's life is in your hands. And CPR is difficult, chest compressions, IV, starting an IV is very difficult. It's very intimidating. So it was really challenging to answer this question because I'm faced with a lot of different challenges every day. Math is my biggest thing, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
I learned something new about you every single day,
here.
right?
I still think on my fingers. Like, I still count on my fingers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, carry to 5.
Yeah.
We all do it.
Well, let's get to some of your responses. Michelle says, working at the Happy Landing discotheque as a coat check person, someone lost her coat ticket, and I wouldn't give her a coat as we had to pay for anything lost. Turned out she was the Princess of Spain. The manager was not happy with me.
Well, she was just following protocol.
What a unique situation to be in.
Let me just say that was the first time I ever heard someone say discotheque.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I bet you that was an expensive coat. So,
I mean, discotheque. I'm sure it was some money.
Yeah. All right, Teddy Stevenson says, I did the master cleanse, consuming water, lemon, cayenne pepper, plus 2 bowls of broccoli for 10 days straight in my 20s. I was aiming for 2 weeks, but didn't make it.
This is Teddy, our
PTO producer.
I feel like any of those things. I tried keto for 2 days.
I tried it for 1 month.
I lasted
for 2
weeks.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I love cheese. I was sick of it by day 2.
Oh, yeah.
It's expensive.
It is.
It is expensive.
You can get gaseous, you know.
Robert says, I've spent my entire life as a carpenter. Last year, I decided to change careers entirely at 38. I joined the local 154 Boilermakers out of Pittsburgh. I'm about to finish my first year as an apprentice. So far, it's been the best decision I've ever made. We applaud you, Robert. That is so difficult to start something new, especially midlife, just to like say, you know what? I'm going to do something different.
Good for you.
38. That's impressive.
Good for you. Yep.
Okay, so Angie says, the toughest thing I ever tried was quitting smoking. Quit for 6 years and started back up 10 years ago. As of New Year's Eve, I am attempting it again. 6 days in, it's a struggle, but I plan on making it. I say take it day by day.
Angie,
that's the
you
best
got
you
it.
can do.
Girl, the struggle is real. I understand.
We were just talking about this today. We were talking about hypnotherapists.
Yeah.
And whether or not that helps. I mean, because that's when you hear about it, when you're trying to reach these big hurdles, like quitting smoking, and if it actually works, I don't know.
Good luck, sis.
Yeah,
good luck.
We're thinking about you.
For real.
Pittsburgh girl Becky, climbing up a rope in gym class lasted 5 seconds-ish.
That, you know what?
I feel
We used
you.
to do
I
that
feel-
in high school.
What did that teach you about life?
And, well,
Also, what happens
overcoming
when
challenges.
you're all the way up at the top?
What about life?
What about
I've
slide
not
down the
experienced
rope?
that since
You slide
6th
down.
grade gym class. I've not seen a rope since.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's all upper body strength. Bonnie says, I gave up coffee for a 30-day reset.
no.
I
How'd you
miss
do
it
that?
each and every day and won't give it up again unless my health Depends on it.
Bonnie,
Why would
don't
you
do that.
Bonnie?
You don't
No,
need
Bonnie,
to.
stay with coffee.
Yeah.
Don't do
Coffee's
that.
good for you.
Coffee's good for you.
Yeah, just not too much.
Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. We all have regrets, right? But have you ever had one that cost millions? Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran is spilling secrets, including the one decision she wishes she could take back. Find out what it is next.
We are focusing on finance in the new year. So we're starting something new today with Junior Achievement of Western PA.
And they're one of our favorite people to come in because they are doing such good work in our community and with our young folks out there, helping them get ready for the next chapter in their future. So we're calling this our JA Question of the Week. We want to hear from you. This week's question: do you think today's students feel confident about entering the workforce after high school? You can answer this by just going, scanning this QR code that you see on your screen right now. You can also go to kdka.com/connect to share your thoughts. We're going to share your answers tomorrow. I have to say, weighing in on this myself, I can't imagine how they feel confident because
No way.
As someone in my 40s, I think if I had to switch careers tomorrow,
What would you do?
what would I do knowing that AI is taking over so much? CBS News just had this big thing about car production and this new robot from, is it Boston Dynamics? Is that what it's called? Boston Robot. And we see this happening and it's moving so quickly that I think, what jobs will there be in 10 years, in 15 years, in 20 years?
The same thing, because even coming out of high school, I felt that there was a lot of pressure just to figure out what you wanted to do in life. And you were meeting with your guidance counselor and you were trying to figure it all out. But just imagine now where probably 70% of those jobs are going to go away and no one really knows what the future looks like.
So I might be wrong about this. I'd love some perspective. We'd love for you to weigh in. But I think that when you say jobs, that's exactly what I think. I am so unsure if we will have careers.
Yeah, more so,
anymore.
maybe more so trades.
I think that jobs.
Yeah.
I think that it will be, this is just a job.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
think that
job,
we are going to have these lifelong careers where people are going to be able to have a job and this career field and stay with it for 35 years. I don't know that it's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see. So weigh in, just by scanning the QR code you see on your screen right now, and we will share those responses. While we wait, though, I wanted to talk about something else. As we're starting a new year, we may think about goals and regrets that we had from our previous years and looking forward to next year. So I want to talk about someone who was at one point on the brink of bankruptcy and she knew that she needed a win. It was an interview that Barbara Corcoran did with Katie Couric Media.
Love her.
And she was talking about getting where she is today. Her fame on Shark Tank, as we know her from, and some of her mistakes and regrets. And I thought this was really interesting because so often we hear about wins, then we idolize successful people because of those wins. We get to see them when they're at the top of their game, right? But I think it's the losses that make people so much more relatable because you can say, oh yeah, no, that's how I am, and if I just keep going, I might be able to get where I need to go.
Right.
So Katie Couric Media, this article, they asked her what her biggest regret was, and she told them it was passing on Scrub Daddy.
I can't believe that. Like, do you know how much I love Scrub Daddy? Like, I have to get.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. I will say,
that's hard to stomach.
I went back and found the episode. She was not in the episode, so it makes me wonder how things are set up for the Shark Tank episodes, if they present them with a list of like, hey, these are the people who are coming up, if you want to be part of this episode. So I don't know how she got in on it, how she got out of it, but she was not in that specific episode. But regardless.
That goes to show you, just because someone tells you no, even if, it's on national television and in front of everyone, and you think to yourself, if you're an entrepreneur or whatever it is, there's no way I could ever make it because they all told me no. All of these important people said no. Well, Scrub Daddy is doing really well right now. So it just, to me, it shows you that if you have a dream, if you have a vision, you just have to keep going.
Well, and to me, I think it also shows that even as a successful entrepreneur, businesswoman, someone who can spot a good business from a mile away, she's still even making mistakes.
Right, exactly.
So I think it's just allowing yourself a little bit of grace to be in that situation too.
It reminds me of how we always talk about the highlight reel on social media, and just if you take it down to that very lower level there, where you see people posting all of these wonderful things that are happening in their lives and in their marriages, but you never see the hard stuff. And the hard stuff is what really builds whatever it may be,
Character.
your career, your relationship, your character. So it's just a a reminder, a good reminder.
Even Barbara Corcoran fails sometimes. And that's okay.
It's okay. Well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, money doesn't come with an instructional manual, but I think it should. In just a little bit, we're sharing some simple habits that can help you feel more in control of your finances this year.
We all need that. And we are headed to the kitchen where pizza may be the star, but Spirit's cocktail game is stealing the spotlight. We're shaking things up next. From mobile pizza to a full dining experience, Lawrenceville's Spirit has leveled up. Today, we are diving into Spirit Pizzeria's menu to taste what's beyond the pie, though. Joining me is Spirit co-owner. We have Tom Barr here to my right, pastry chef Chase Gumas, and bartender Lars Russell. We're so excited to have you here. I didn't realize it's been 7 years since you've been here with us in the kitchen.
Yeah, we made some pizza for you outside, actually.
And that's great.
This time we just brought the pizza.
Fantastic.
Already ready. No toss and dough this time, but we brought a cacio e pepe round.
Love it.
Which I'm going to do a little pecorino shower for it.
But this has gone from mobile to you expanded your space, and we're opening up a whole. I mean, this just opened just a couple weeks ago, right? A couple months ago.
It's true. Yeah, it took us 3 years
to get it up and running.
Yeah, we've been building it from the ground up.
For people who aren't familiar with Spirit, where are you located?
Just off Butler Street in Lawrenceville.
Okay. And it is like a massive facility too, and you do live events, and now with the restaurant being open, you got food too.
Weddings, festivals, markets, you name it.
Okay, and so it's obviously beyond just pizza too. I don't know if we want to. Do we want to do cocktails first or dessert? I don't know where we go.
Let's start with the sorbet.
Okay, let's start with the sorbet because it's going to take some time. So Chase, tell me what you're making down there.
We are making a carrot sorbet. We got some really nice frost sweetened carrots from our friends at Cold Co Farm, and I've juiced them, and I brought that here already juiced, and I've added just a splash of orange juice to it to kind of brighten it up. And then, so like a basic sorbet, you can make with really any kind of fruit juice or puree, or I'm using vegetable juice, obviously. Plus, so like a basic ratio is a quart of juice or puree with a cup of sugar. And then I'm also going to add, I've got a mixture of glucose or dextrose, it's the same thing, syrup with light corn syrup. And
That's going to sweeten things up
It's going to sweeten it, and it's also going to lower the freezing temperature of the mixture so that it doesn't freeze too solid and will create a nice, like, creamy, scoopable texture rather than like a granita or like something that's a little bit more icy.
That feels like very much your field of expertise.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the eating.
Sure.
As everybody is. But it's really cool. So it's not just pizza that's on the menu.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist. He did a tomato sorbet for the opening menu that Hal Klein lost his mind over, actually.
And he's obviously a writer for the Post-Gazette. People follow him. We have him on PTL too. So you're going to put this in your ice cream maker,
Put it in
sorbet
the ice cream maker, and then I've got some ready to go that we can taste.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that. And in the meantime, while you're getting that in the machine, we got to sample some of the cocktails too.
Yeah, I want to give you a drink. We call this the Rinfrescante. It's Italian for refreshing. And it is refreshing. Scoop my ice into my shaker here. We start with a little bit of, this is tequila reposado from Jalisco.
Okay.
Very delicious, luxuriantly smooth, with notes of caramel and vanilla.
Is this grapefruit juice?
This is going to be blood orange.
Oh, okay,
using
cool.
blood oranges from Italy.
And we're adding that in too.
And then we're going to mix. In addition to tequila, we have the mezcal. This is a Joven mezcal, which means it's not aged. It's just like they distill it, or they bottle it right after distilling. So it's very like fresh and brilliant, as well as the smokiness that comes from the roasting the agave and the earth. So we put this in.
I'm trying to make myself thirsty by eating the pizza so I can have the drink, and it's going to be even more refreshing.
And we have a fresh pressed lemon.
That's great.
And this is our house-made rosemary syrup, so it adds a little bit more dimension to that drink, kind of binding the smokiness of the liquors with the fruitiness of the thing, and it goes well with the time that's going on this sorbet.
It's wonderful. And so you guys changed the drink menu too?
This has been our top seller in our new restaurant, but the drink menu is completely new. Our managing partner, LG Swanson, created a whole bunch of new drinks and organized something that goes with the winteriness. What's nice about this one is, even though it's refreshing, the earthiness of those liquors makes it a warming drink. So you can have it in the winter or pair it with some sorbet.
I can't wait for that. And by the way, what is this pizza? I saw you putting some oil on that one.
Yeah, this is our cheese grandma.
Oh, God.
That's what we've been known for since we've opened. We do Grandma Mondays, actually, which is really fun.
This is perfect. Okay, I'm going to try this. And you have the sorbet out and ready to go? And how do you top this?
I have simple syrup infused with vanilla bean and thyme. And then I have an oat brittle that we've processed in the food processor to sprinkle it up. And then just a little sprig of fresh thyme on top.
This feels like my birthday. I feel like this was the best day ever. Okay, so we have the drink. This is for you, Tom.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's get this.
So
We
I
can
topped
get
this with a little sparkling water to
Yep.
give it some effervescence and give it a little tickle and spank on this fresh rosemary sprig and stick it in there
Why
to get
not?
those
It's
herbal
Tuesday.
aromatics right into the drink.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Cheers to you. And I'm going to dig into the sorbet too.
Cheers, cheers.
Before I let you go, lots of big things happening in the new year too.
Yeah.
You have a dance party coming up, is that right? This weekend?
Dance party every day.
Okay, cheers to this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, you gotta cheers and drink and eat. That's so good. Can I give that a try down here?
Of course.
I have to get one more bite in before we wrap up. Thank you so much, Chase.
Thank
Carrot
you.
sorbet.
Thank you guys for coming in, for treating me to all these delicious treats, and you can treat yourself too. Go to Spirit Pizzeria in Lawrenceville. It's open Thursday through Monday. We're gonna link you up to their full menu and more at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. One bite.
Thanks for having us back, Heather.
Cheers. Thank you.
Oh, it's amazing. This is so good. You got to try this. Coming up on Talk Pittsburgh, peonies in spring, dahlias in the fall. What blooms make the perfect wedding bouquet?
Oh, all of that looks so good, Heather. I'm jealous. Bring some over. Well, luxury wedding planner Alexis Allen, she's here. Next, she's sharing the must-haves, the surprises, and the flowers you might want to avoid. And before we head to break, make sure you jump in on our JA question of the week. We want to know, do you think today's students feel confident about entering the workforce after high school? Just scan the QR code or go to kdka.com/connect to share your thoughts. We'll reveal your answers on the show tomorrow. We'll be right back. From luxury weddings to unforgettable events, she's the planner behind some of the most talked about celebrations.
Today, we are diving into Alexis Allen's world of design and details that set the tone for every season. We are so happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to be here, so thank you, ladies.
And fresh off of a very big day, because you were part of the inauguration parties and celebrations for our newly in place mayor, Corey O'Connor.
Yes, it was a huge honor, and I have to be fully transparent. I got involved towards the tail end, so it was about the last 10 days. They asked me to come in and fine-tune some things, tie up some loose ends, and then streamline a lot of the process from the beginning at the Carnegie Music Hall all the way through the celebration at Children's Museum. So it was a whirlwind, about 2,500 people from beginning to end, but it was a thrill.
You know what? If anyone can do it,
it's amazing.
It is you, and it looked
I
amazing.
had a great team.
Yes.
Wonderful team.
Good. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about flowers, because I think when people are planning a wedding, they're always thinking about, what flowers do I want? What do I want the mood to be? And there are certain flowers that are good for certain seasons. So let's just say you're having a wedding in the springtime. Kind of where should you start looking?
Yes, absolutely. And I will preface it with, when we start doing budget and we get to that line item of flowers, it's always a little sticker shock, and it's always an educational process. Obviously inflation is real and florals are not exempt from that. But if you're looking at having an event, a wedding in spring, obviously I would love for you to gear your focus on florals that are seasonal to that time. So we're looking at peonies, obviously tulips, and some other that are fresh during that time. Doesn't mean you cannot get florals that are out of season.
How beautiful this is.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain. Spring flowers are
gorgeous.
I mean, there's gorgeous flowers all year round, and doesn't mean you cannot get flowers that are out of season. It's just you're going to pay a hefty price tag for them. And obviously, with us being in the States, a lot of times we're importing florals from other countries.
Do you have to do that often?
Oh yeah, a lot of times florals are coming from Holland, and yeah, they're being imported. But obviously, we do have great farms here locally too, and we love to locally source.
Yeah, it's just when you want them out of season, that's
correct. That's when we're going to look at that.
So let's talk about summer. Obviously, we know that summertime is going to provide us the most plentiful amount of florals.
Yes, definitely. And people are attracted to the peonies, but I will say that window is very small. So when we start getting into summer, the peony window has closed.
Yeah.
But conversations that I'm having with my clients is that if you love peonies, that means you also love romantic flowers as a whole. So let's start looking at roses. And so often people think of roses and they think of what you're getting at your grocery store. And not that there's anything wrong with those roses, but there are so many varieties of roses.
That's what I was thinking.
No, of course, everyone thinks of those.
Yeah.
So if there's Juliet roses, garden roses, they're ruffly, and they often have a similar profile to peonies, and so you can get that similar look, and you're going to be able to get those in the summer.
Ranunculuses.
I love ranunculus. Yes.
Ranunculus. Yeah, there's so many, and hydrangeas too.
Hydrangea all year round.
All year round, you can get some really wonderful blooms,
They're
and
high
sunflowers
impact,
too. I actually had a friend who planted all of his own sunflowers and used them for his wedding.
Very cool.
So,
love that.
Fall, we're going to start to see some of this decline, but there are still some great blooms.
There are some great blooms, and dahlias, they're fantastic. And locally, you can get dahlias. People have them, and they're a nice big bloom. They often come in different sizes, but you get some really high impact of the fall. Obviously, roses are still happening, especially if you want to dip into some of those different variations and colors. You can have that happen in the fall.
And if you're having a wedding now, of which I had a wedding in February, it's like you don't even know where to start. It's so cold outside. What flower is in season?
I mean, actually, you can still get a lot in the winter time. Anemones is that very cool flower. Sometimes people don't recognize what it is. It's actually, you flash that up there. It's that one right there with the dark center, like that black navy blue center. It's a beautiful floral. We still are going to get ranunculus, which again kind of has that really romantic, ruffly look. Roses are still good. Amaranthus, which is a great holiday floral, but it comes in different colors, so you can still have that in the fall, or in the winter, excuse me.
I'm so curious. I've seen more and more people leaning into baby's breath, which feels like something that was outdated for a while, but it's coming back?
Yeah, like any other trend. It comes full circle, and you'll see it a little bit. And I'll actually say we're seeing baby's breath trail off a little bit, whereas maybe a couple years ago we were seeing them almost be like the primary flower. And maybe now we're seeing it more of a complement, or we're seeing other florals that have a similar look, like a wax flower. So, you know, trends are one of those things where they'll come back.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier in the show, I do stalk your social media pages, and I've known you for some time.
A long time.
And let's just say, you do some amazing weddings. I mean, they are beautiful.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah, you have people who are coming to you when they want the wedding of the year. It's amazing what you can bring together and do.
Thank you. Yeah, I am blessed with some fantastic clients, and I always say they trust me, and that means a lot because I'm listening wholeheartedly to what they envision for their day, and then bringing on a team of vendors who can execute at the highest level.
To our producer, Brittany, who I see waiting here in the wings, I know her fiance is now watching too. When should they start planning for their wedding? Like, when do you want to set that date so you have everything you want?
I will say, I can only speak specifically to me, that most of my clients are coming to me between 10 and 12 months. Not to say that I don't work with clients outside of 12 months in that 14 to 16 month range, but I will, my sweet spot is 10 to 12 months. I have planned a wedding in 2 to 3 months.
Okay, that's fun.
It has happened. It has happened, and actually one of the weddings that you posted or flashed up there was done in 3 months.
Wow. It can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you. So much fun.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to link you up to Alexis Allen at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
And still to come on the show, the new year can mean a new mindset when it comes to your wallet. Learn how small, smart money habits can lead to big changes over time. That's next. Raise your hand if your money disappeared a little faster than you expected last year. The new year is the perfect time to hit reset, but a lot of advice can feel confusing or intimidating.
Yeah, it really can. Well, what if getting your finances together didn't mean spreadsheet stress or giving up everything you enjoy? Financial coach Colleen Patel is sharing some smart and simple money habits that will stick. And I often think, I mean, this is a really good time to talk about this at the beginning of the new year. And I think that when people hear the word budget or budgeting their money, all of a sudden they push back and they're just like, it just sounds like a lot. But it's something that can be really simple and helpful too, right?
Yes, so my goal is to help people simplify money habits. I think everybody comes in with the new year energy and it's, we're gonna change our money, and everybody says you need a budget. And then people get overwhelmed and they quit. It's kind of just like going to the gym. You go to the gym, and by the end of January, if you don't see changes, you're like, this isn't working. So I'm advocating for simpler habits beyond the budget.
So one of your first tips is to be willing to engage with your money. I think that this has become incredibly difficult because we're not using cash. We are very quickly becoming a cashless society. And so really engaging with your money, taking a closer look, I think has become more difficult almost.
Yeah, and money is very invisible these days, like you're saying.
Yeah.
It's all of those cashless transactions, and so being willing to look at your money, it's getting easier to not look at your money and stay in avoidance, which has always been a problem with money, but there's no shortage of money information. If you go online, there's infinite information, numbers of spreadsheets and budgets. And what people are missing is taking the time to commit to spending 10 to 15 minutes a week is all I ask people to get started, because that compounds over time if you stick with it, as opposed to trying to jump into a budget. It gets too complicated and then you back out before you've been able to make changes.
So first tip, 10 to 15 minutes a week, take a look at your accounts.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and I'm just curious, is that lack of commitment what keeps people in that cycle of maybe in January you're starting to budget, but then by February you're out of it. You're avoiding the whole thing, and then it's like this cycle, and you never really get anywhere.
Well, and money is really emotional, so that's part of a budget is a tool, and if you are budgeting, it's great. Many people do really well with their budgets, and I wouldn't tell them to get rid of them. It's just that if you're trying to start, sometimes starting there is complicated because you've got all these emotions tied in with your money as well.
How do we get organized with our money too? Because again, we're looking at Venmo, maybe your bank, maybe you have some sort of savings account. Like sometimes our money can be all over the place, and we're also spending all over the place.
Yeah, and I do think this is very different and unique to different personalities. I have a lot of clients, we are just using a notebook and a pen because that is what is easiest for them. If you're good at technology and you're great on the apps are great. That's a great way to do it, but sometimes you get in and you've got money here and money there, checking account here, different bank there, and you don't even know how to log in. So I advocate everybody have one notebook or one Google Drive or one app they open where they know they can find all the information. You do have to take some time to set up that organization piece.
Right, yeah, and you have this really cool checklist here. It's called Beyond the Budget. And these are habits that you can put in place to really help you stay on track. And you have a lot of really great stuff here. But the one that stands out to me is that I talk about money with at least one safe person. Why is that so important?
Money, we know, I don't know, I grew up, we weren't supposed to talk about money. It was really taboo. I just grew up that way. We just don't speak about it. And so you become an adult and you've never really learned the financial habits. I have a Facebook group with about 1,700 women in it because my goal is to make safer spaces for women to talk about money in particular. And I do think the more you talk about it, you can talk about it with a financial coach, with a partner, with a friend, telling someone, I want to get better at money and I need to have these conversations, helps keep you accountable when you decide, next week, I really don't want to look anymore.
Yeah. No, I think this is so true. And I think it is such a typical thing for middle class individuals. I feel like we see a lot of people in that category not speaking about money. It's almost how we were brought up.
Right.
It's interesting. I really like this idea of reframing your money mindset too, mostly because I think it's going to help us too with all of our physical aspects and mental health aspects.
Well, I'm a pharmacist by trade, and I've seen firsthand people, it affects your mental health, it affects your physical health, and I talk a lot, it affects your relationship health with your partners, with your spouses, with your children. Money, it's not the most important thing, but it affects all of those things, and so changing that piece where we have some guilt and shame associated with our money or the fear of talking about it, those pieces are really emotional. And what I ask people to do is when you're looking at your data points, they are just data points.
Yeah.
If you have credit card debt, the number of the debt and the interest rate are data points. They are not a judgment on you as a person.
Right.
And so I have on here, we're going to look at our money and just to collect data, not to be emotional or judge ourselves based on what we see.
And not to feel shame either. I love that. That's a really great way to look at it.
And sometimes talking to other people is what helps ease that shame because many of us are all in the same position.
That's right.
Especially as life is getting more expensive. We may have been doing well 2 years ago. We're all in a financial journey. Sometimes we're in a season of lean, sometimes we're in a season of abundance. And it changes, like you were talking about the jobs changing. We're not in one job that predicts our income for 30 straight years and then getting a pension. It's very different in the financial journey.
Very
it's
different.
Changed a lot.
Really good information. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys.
If you would like to learn more about Colleen's financial coaching services, we're going to have more information on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
And sticking with the money theme, we want to share the JA question of the week with you once again. We want to know, do you think today's students feel confident about entering the workforce after high school? Just scan the QR code or go to kdka.com/connect to share your thoughts.
Looking forward to revealing your answers on the show tomorrow. We'll be right back. Coming up tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh, he's written some of the most popular murder mystery books around, including a New York Times bestseller with Reese Witherspoon. Now he's coming to your TV screens with a true crime series you'll binge in a day. We're talking to Harlan Corbin first tomorrow.
And it's 9,500 square feet of sports and science in the City of Champions. Boaz will be checking out the latest exhibition at the Cayman Science Center, where curiosity meets competition.
Thanks for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. KDKA TV News at 4 starts now.